What's up, agents, and welcome back to another Division video where we're going to try out the Oxpecker. Don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe, and let's get straight into it. Just because I am absolutely insane, I have leveled it up to 28, the current max level. Now I know that's not necessarily achievable for some people that don't play the game as much as I do, but I really wanted a true reflection on how good this thing actually is in comparison to my Ouroboros. Now on paper we know that this gun is not as good as the Ouroboros because simply the Ouroboros has an insane RPM. I've got strikers on right now, so there'll be a slight up 15% bonus in the RPMs that you're seeing on the screen. So if you're wondering why they don't line up with yours, that might be why. But you can see here, obviously it still puts out 112, well nearly 113k damage, which is more than the Ouroboros. But anyway, we digress. So let's just go over the things they've got on here. So if you remember, they've added 10 extra rounds. There's no headshot damage on here anymore. But we've got, while having a shield deployed, lose shield health at a rate of 10% per second. Your shield receives repairs of 25% of the damage dealt by this weapon. So there are a few different things that this makes me think about when we're trying to put a build together, and I'll kind of go over them very, very quickly. So if you're thinking of increasing the shield's health, technically you're actually not going to make any difference. Increasing the shield's health, you're still going to lose 10% of whatever value you extend the health to. So that's not actually going to make any difference. The only thing that is actually going to make any difference is active shield regeneration and obviously shooting enemies, because, you know, 25% of the damage dealt by this weapon does repair. So we need high DPS and we need active regeneration to technically get the best out of this gun if we're going to use it. So because I'm a noob, yet again, here we are with my shield. So we're going to use the regular Crusader shield for this. And you can see here my active regeneration is 27%. Obviously it could be 28, but then obviously as well, what you've got to think about is when you're modding it, you're going to want a 5% active regeneration mod if you have got one. So that's the way you need to think about it. I've seen a few people thinking, oh, if I increase the health of the shield, it will last longer. It won't. So for instance, we have the fortified shield modifier here, which increases the shield's base health by 100%, which is all cool. But unfortunately, it's not actually going to do anything for us. So what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to deactivate the modifiers so that I don't get this crazy, insane RPM buff. Just so we can see that it's clearly, you know, it's viable with the modifiers on. I've got everything unlocked. It actually does a pretty good job. But what we really need to see is it viable outside of this season? Is it a gun that we should really be, you know, putting a huge amount of exotic components into to get to level 28? You can see here I'm at 58 crit chance, 166 critical hit damage, 70 headshot damage, which actually stat wise is actually pretty nice. What I have done, however, is I've got one blue core on my chest piece, and I've got the, I usually run gunner for the 10% armor on kill, but I'm happy with this 10% armor on kill from this, and I'm running the launcher because it gives us another another skill tier, essentially making my shield a level 2 shield. You can see here that it's a level 2 shield, and I just kind of think that I kind of need it to be, you know, a bit higher up as it possibly can be, really, because we've got to have enough shield health still, because if you, although there's 10% being taken away, if the enemies kill your shield really quickly, that's going to be rubbish. So, but we don't really want to sacrifice, you know, DPS for shield health either. So anyway, that's the thought process between it all, and we'll just run to our easiest mission in the world, Lincoln Memorial, and we're going to give it a go. I know a lot of people said during the PTS when I did a quick video on this, I kept my shield out for too long. So that is also a thing that I'm going to try and not do this time. But let's see.
To secure the memorial and remove the True Sons forces. They maintain this outpost. The True Sons will be a direct threat to the campus.
Now I have got a thought on this already. Like, my shield's just out all the time then, by the way. But do I really need a shield when I am running potentially the best set in the entire game, Hunter's Fury? That's the question, you see, right? Do we and is it going to make us be able to do legendary with Hunter's Fury? Probably not. Can I be a bit more tanky with it, I guess, rather than trying to run around? You can already see how successful this would be with the seasonal modifiers on. Now, my shield's not actually dropped below 50% yet, and I've just constantly had it out. But has it really taken that much of a pounding? That's what she said in the comments. Probably not, right? Because Hunter's Fury is putting in the work. But obviously, I mean, it does give the opportunity to do that a little bit more, to just kind of face tank stuff. I'm actively trying to run around with it now. I mean, it's not that bad for aiming, which is pretty cool. Come on, heal up, heal up. Yeah, see, that's killing that elite, that's a good chunk. You know, obviously we can put it away now and get the active regen going. Oh, never mind. I can see how people have had some success with this. You know, if you want to be a little less static. But I do feel like in the PTS I didn't pump the expertise level up. Serious trauma detected. This guy trying to end the video. We got the shield out. Yeah, I mean, if you're doing a lot of damage, this thing is great. I think if you're going to lower the damage of the build, you're going to start to suffer. You know, I think then it's going to become a problem. Is Hunter's Fury carrying it a little bit? Absolutely. Hunter's Fury carries any gun. It's just really, really good. A lot of people think Striker is best, but I think for general heroic gameplay, you're not going to beat Hunter's Fury. It gives you armor on kill. It gives you CC. It gives you a lot of damage. Top tier. But is this thing good? I mean, it's not bad, but it's also not the greatest either. 50% optimal range is pretty interesting on the SMG. It looks pretty funky. You know, yeah, you feel like you're reloading less because it's got a slower RPM than the Ouroboros. Yeah, I mean, is it going to be in my builds? I mean, probably not. I mean, it's just okay. It's just okay. You know, maybe for a bit of a laugh, I'll use it. But I need to find something that makes the shield much more viable. Much more viable, I think. You know, I don't think it does necessarily a great job of making the shield uber good. I think it just makes the shield okay. And, you know, yeah, that's kind of going to be it, right? I feel like I'm on a bit of a downer towards the end, but it's an okay gun. Like, you know, I mean, it's like 80% there. It's not terrible. So let me know what you think down below in the comments. Let me know any weird and wonderful builds that you guys have been running with it. But this was the obvious first build to try out, I guess. So yeah, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.